Hello friends, we will discuss input tax credit. Uh, we have discussed many things under input tax credit regarding the intra transaction, then inter transaction. Now, how we will give the input tax credit whenever the intra transaction is there, whenever the inter transaction is there, how we will give input tax credit, how we will calculate and how to find out tax liability and excess credit available, such type of problem we discuss. Now friends, under this particular lecture we are going to learn same things, but we will study this particular transactions. Under such transactions, if the trader register under union territory, there are total 8 union territories in our country, and under such union territories, those traders doing the business in that union territory, they should follow UTGST, Union Territory Goods and Service Tax. If you are belonging to any particular state, you should give SGST and CGST. If you are belonging to Union Territory, you are doing business Union Territory, you should follow UTGST and CGST. It means those transactions within the Union Territories. Then such trader should pay UTGST and CGST. If you are doing the business under Union Territory and you are selling the goods to some different states, that time you should follow the taxes, that is UTGST and IGST. Not a UTGST, only IGST you should follow. It means you should pay IGST. Transaction between the two states, transaction between the two union territories, transaction between one union territory and one state, IGST must follow. Now such type of problem that we are going to discuss right now, under such circumstances, UTGST is there. How we will calculate the tax liability, that we are going to learn under such lecture. Let us discuss one simple problem. All problems are simple. If you understand everything, it is very simple to understand our exam point of view. Let us discuss one simple problem. Mr. Prashant is a registered person in Daman and Diu. He provides following details for the month of December. Calculate his net tax liability for the month of December. Closing balance in electronic credit ledger as on 30th November. IGST nil, CGST rupees 3 lakhs, UTGST rupees 2 lakhs. Transactions during the month: sold goods at the rate 12% GST in Daman and Diu, 4 lakhs. Sold goods at the rate 18% GST in Daman and Diu, 13 lakhs. Purchased goods at the rate 18% GST from Lakshadweep, 5 lakhs. Provided services at the rate 5% GST in Chandigarh, 3 lakhs. provided services at the rate 28% GST in Daman and Diu 9 lakhs. Availed services at the rate 12% GST from Daman and Diu 7 lakhs. Availed services at the rate 28% GST from Gwalior rupees 2 lakhs. Now friends, this is a particular problem that I read this particular problem. In this particular problem, a person is a Prashant. He is a registered person in Daman and Diu. Daman and Diu, it is a union territories. It means Prashant is a registered person in the union territory. It means he is living in the Daman and Diu. Daman and Diu is a union territory, and he has provided the details of the December month. They are provided the opening balances of the electronic credit ledger as on December. IGST is nil, CGST 3 lakhs and UTGST 2 lakhs. And Mr. Prashant provided various kinds of transactions related to his business. Some transactions are sale of the goods, then purchase, then provided services, then availed services. It means receive the services. On that basis, we have to find out his net tax liability for the month of December. For that purpose, we will prepare total 4 statements. We will prepare 4 statements. Now, what kinds of statement we have to prepare? See friends, first of all, we have to prepare calculation of tax liability for the month of December. Then we will prepare calculation of input tax credit available for the month of December. Then calculation of the net tax liability. Calculation of the net tax liability. And one more statement we will prepare. Statement number 4, calculation of final tax liability. We will draw 3 rupees columns under each statement. We will find out IGST in rupees, CGST in rupees and UTGST in rupees. So such things you should keep in mind. We will find out UTGST because Mr. Prashant is registered person under Daman and Diu, and Daman and Diu is a union territory. Therefore, UTGST is applicable, not a ESGST. Now, let us discuss how we will solve this particular sum, how we will calculate and how we will find out his tax liability, that we are going to learn. Now, first transaction, goods sold at the rate 12% GST in Daman and Diu 4 lakhs. Now here in this particular example, Mr. Prashant is a registered person in Daman and Diu, and he sold his goods in Daman and Diu. It means transaction within the union territory. Transaction within the union territory. So we have to write this. We have to find out his tax values. Sold goods at the rate 12% GST in Daman and Diu. Now, which tax is applicable? Whenever any dealer belonging to union territory and he is doing the sale transaction within the union territory, that time CGST and UTGST is applicable. So here, under such transaction, 4 lakh rupees is a sale transaction, 12% GST divided into 6% for CGST and rest of the 6% for UTGST. So we will write here 4 lakh is a value, transaction value, multiply by 6%, it is 24,000. Again same things we have to find out, 4 lakhs into 6%, it means 24,000. The value of GST, CGST 24,000, UTGST 24,000 under this particular transaction. Okay, fine. Now next, again Mr. Prashant sold goods 18% GST in Diu and Daman, 13 lakhs. Similar type of transaction is there. The goods sold 18% GST and the value of goods 13 lakhs. On that we have to charge 9% because total percentage is 18%. So 9% for CGST and rest of the 9% for UTGST. 13 lakhs into 9%. So 1,17,000, it is tax on particular sale. Okay, fine. Now after these two transactions, sale within the union territory, two taxes are applicable, CGST and UTGST. Now let us discuss next transaction. Now they were purchased goods at the rate 18% GST from Lakshadweep. Now Lakshadweep, and the value they are provided 5 lakhs. Lakshadweep is another union territory. Lakshadweep is another union territory, and Mr. Prashant purchased goods of rupees 5 lakhs from Lakshadweep. Diu, Daman and Diu is one of the union territory. Mr. Prashant belongs to Daman and Diu, and he has purchased goods from Lakshadweep from union territory. Now under such transaction we have to apply, it means goods purchased from Lakshadweep, purchase the goods from Lakshadweep, we have to apply IGST. We have to apply IGST. The purchase goods at the rate 18% GST from Lakshadweep, we have to apply IGST. The value will be 5 lakhs. Value will be 5 lakh is there. On that 5 lakhs, we have to charge 18% IGST, that is rupees 90,000. 18% IGST, 90,000. So I hope you understood. There is no CGST and UTGST because transaction between the two union territories. Whenever the transaction between the two union territories, we have to find out only IGST. CGST and UTGST is not applicable whenever the transaction between the two union territories. Next transaction, provided services. Now Prashant has provided services at the rate 5% GST in Chandigarh, rupees 3 lakhs. Now Provided services means sale of the services. Sale of the services. Where they sell? In Chandigarh. Now Chandigarh is a city belonging to Punjab, and Prashant is a registered dealer in the Daman and Diu. It means he has providing services from Union Territory to state. He is providing his services from Union Territory to state. The transaction between Union Territory and Chandigarh state, transaction between the Daman and Diu Union Territory to Chandigarh state, Chandigarh city. The Chandigarh city belonging to Punjab. It means transaction between the Daman and Diu Union Territory to Punjab state. For this particular transaction, we have to apply only IGST. We have to apply IGST. So we have to write here, this is the total value of transaction rupees 3 lakhs. We have to apply 5% rate. The value will be 15,000 IGST. 15,000 IGST. Why it is? Because transaction between the Union Territory and state. Transaction between the Daman and Diu Union Territory and Punjab state. I hope you understood this. Now next transaction. Provided services. He has sale his services. Where a 28% GST in Daman and Diu, 9 lakh. It means Mr. Prashant provided or supply the services within the Union Territory, because he is belonging to Daman and Diu. He is a registered dealer in Daman and Diu, and he has provided services in Daman and Diu. It means transaction within the state. So service provided in the Daman and Diu within the Union Territory, which tax applicable? CGST and UTGST. CGST and UTGST. So here 9 lakh is the value. 9 lakh into now 28% is a rate, 14% belonging to CGST, and rest of the 14% belonging to UTGST. So 1,26,000. Now after that, next transaction, availed services, 12% GST from Daman and Diu, 7 lakhs. It means he has received the services from Daman and Diu and he is belonging to Daman and Diu. It means here under such availed services, it means service received from, service taken from within the Union Territory, rupees 7 lakhs, and rate of GST is 12%. So we have to find out CGST tax and UTGST tax. It is value is 12%, rate is there. On 7 lakhs we have to charge 6%, that is 42,000. Same way in UTGST also, 7 lakhs into 6%, 42,000 is the value of UTGST and CGST, because transaction within the Union Territory. Now next transaction, availed services at the rate 28% GST from Gwalior, rupees 2 lakhs. Now Mr. Prashant take the services, purchase the services from Gwalior. Gwalior is a city belonging to Rajasthan. It means, and Prashant is belonging to Daman and Diu. It means the services purchased from state of Rajasthan to Union Territory Daman and Diu. It means purchase the service from Rajasthan to Daman and Diu. So this is a transaction between Rajasthan state to Daman and Diu Union Territories. So such transaction is called as a inter state union territory transaction, and we have to apply UT We have to apply UT The value of the transaction 2 lakhs. Rate is 28%. So here 2 lakhs into 28%. So 56,000 is considered as a IGST. So friends, you have to keep in mind transaction between one state and one union territory. Transaction between one state and one union territory. Then such transaction belonging to IGST. It is a interstate and union territory transaction. Transaction between the two different union territories, also called inter-union territory transaction. Transaction between the Lakshadweep and Diu Daman. Transaction between the Chandigarh and Diu Daman. Transaction between the Gwalior and Diu Daman. These are all transactions between the two different states, two different union territories, sometimes one union territory and one state. Such transactions are called interstate or union territory transactions, and that time we have to apply only IGST. Only IGST. Okay, fine. Now what we have to do? First of all, we have to find out the tax liability for the month of December. The IGST's total value 15,000. So what about the CGSTs? Total we have to find out. It is 2,67,000. What about the UTGST? Total we should find out. It is 2,67,000. Then after that, input tax credit that we have to find out. Total 1,46,000. ये जरा आवाज कमी करा रे. 42,000. After that, now we have to find out net tax liability. How we will find out? Tax payable A. A's value we have to put here. 15,000, 2,67,000, and again 2,67,000. Then after that, first of all, we have to consider IGST's input tax credit. Now IGST's input tax credit is 1,46,000. We have to deduct this. We have to use only first IGST's values, and we have to find out is there any excess input tax credit is available or not. That we should find out, and for that purpose, first of all, we have to deduct IGST's input tax rate, that is 1,46,000. Tax liability was 15,000. So we have to deduct 15,000 15,000 minus, we have to deduct 15,000 minus 1,46,000. Total, whatever total will come, it is a 1,31,000. It is not a tax liability. It is IGST's excess credit available. IGST's excess credit available. Now this particular excess credit available, we have to use for deduction purpose for CAGST, UTGSTs, for we have to reduce their tax liability. Reduce the tax liability of the CGST and UTGST. IGST's excess credit available we have to use. So 1,31,000 we have to deduct, and this 1,31,000 we have to use against the CGST and SGST, and we have to assume equally we have to divide it. It means 1,31,000 divided by 2. 1,31,000 divided by 2. It means CGSTs we have to give this excess credit available value 65,500, and UTGSTs also we have to give equal proportion 65,500. It means IGST's excess credit available we have to give to the CGST and UTGSTs, and we have to put nil amount of balance. Whatever excess credit available, if the excess credit available from IGST, then we can use to CGST and UTGST equally. If it is not available, we cannot use. Now we have to deduct this excess credit available. परी आवाज कमी कर. परी आवाज कमी कर. परी 2,67,000 minus 65,500. So 2,01,500. It is a tax payable. Then again we have to find out 2,67,000 minus 65,500. So 2,01,500 will be the tax payable of the CGST and UTGST. There is no tax liability for IGST. Now again we have to find out final tax liabilities. There is no tax liability for IGST. CGST is 2,01,500. UTGST 2,01,500. Now opening balance of electronic credit ledger. Opening balance of electronic credit ledger. If you see that in our problem, CGST they are provided rupees 3 lakhs, UTGST they are provided 2 lakhs, that we have to use. It is 3 lakhs and 2 lakhs, and there is no value for IGST. 2 lakhs and 3 lakhs. These values we have received from our problem. Opening balances 3 lakhs and 2 lakhs. After that, input tax credit available. Now input tax rate available for CGST and SGST 42,000 each, that we have to deduct. here 42,000 and UTGST also 42,000. Now rest of the balance that we have to find out. How we will find out? 2,01,500 minus 3 lakhs minus 42,000. The rest of the value 1,40,500. Same way, same amount will come 1,40,500 and this particular value nil. So excess credit available CGST 1,40,500, UTGST 1,40,500. So friends, I hope you understood how we will do and how we will solve this particular sum. Whenever IGST is applicable, that time IGST's value, input tax credit, we have to use, and this particular IGST's excess credit available, we have to use against the CGST and SGST, and it can be used in a equal proportion, that is 50-50. I hope you understood these kinds of problem. We will discuss the similar type of problem in our next lectures. So you have to write this question and answers in your notebook, and if it is any difficulty, you can share in our WhatsApp group also. Okay, bye, thank you.